Hi and welcome to our evening crafting session. It is Tuesday the 11th of October. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're joining me live, do say hi and let me know that you're here. If you're watching on replay, whether that is on Facebook or YouTube, then you feel free to add into the comment section any comments about our design or any input or any questions you may have. So yesterday we started with this new stamp set called Jingle Jingle Jingle. As you can see, it has three main elements to it. We've got Jolly, Believe and Jingle. We have an outline and an inner, and it's got some little dots and dashes and all sorts of things just to make that a little bit more interesting. As well as those, we've got 'Tis the Season to Be, In the Magic for the Believe and Jingle All the Way, and then we've got little candy canes, baubles, Christmas hat, Christmas lights and stars. Let me show you the very simple cards that we created yesterday. So this one here, 'Tis the Season to Be Jolly, I've just used a note card sized card and a layer from the Scallop Contours dies. I stamped Jolly outline, filled it in, added the little Christmas lights, and I just coloured those in with blends pens and stamped the sentiment. And nice and simple. Don't know if I stamped inside. Don't think I did. No, I didn't for this one. Obviously you can add a Christmas sentiment to the inside of that. The colours here were real red and garden green. This was actually, this is shaded spruce, this one. It might have been shaded spruce on the other one for the text. So background, exactly the same thing. Stamped Jingle, outline and inline, and then added the little baubles there and the little bows. So we're going to be extending that this time round and doing something slightly different. So I hope you're able to watch me for some of that. So let us get cracking. So I'm going to use the step stamping technique using our Stamparatus. This is our stamp positioning tool. I'm hoping it's not going to do too much in terms of reflections on my lamps. I'm going to have a colour change. So I'm going to use some blues. I've got out ready Balmy Blue, Starry Sky and Orchid Oasis. And I have some of these papers. This is from the Gnome papers. And although you may not fancy the gnomes, it's called Storybook Gnomes. What I do love is the pieces on the other side. So these are the gnomes and toadstools. Not everybody's cup of tea. We've got reindeer, foxes, rabbits, big toadstools. This one I like with the trees and the mountains, and then the large gnomes or gonks, depending on what you want to call them. But I do like the other sides because they have snowflakes in assorted colours. So we've got a bit of pool party in here as well. We've got Christmas trees. We do have this one that's got the little scenes on, but then we've got snowflakes with Pacific Point, and then almost like a I can't think of the design name. It's gone, but that's Balmy Blue. So I'm going to be using one of these. I think I'm going to use these snowflakes, and I'm going to use a base white card, and then this will be layered on top, and then I'm going to have my details on here. So what we're going to do is, I haven't used the Believe, so I'm going to use the Believe stamp for this one. And so what I want is the outline and the inside, and I want In the Magic as well, which is this one here. Okay, just leave that to one side. So I do have the foam mat underneath, and I've just attached a piece of our grid paper that's designed for our Stamparatus on top, and I'm just going to put my piece of card down. Now this is currently the size of a finished card, and I am going to cut it down, but what I don't know is what size I need it to be, so I'm going to do all the stamping and then I'll trim it down accordingly, because I don't know how many sets of Believe I'm going to be able to fit in. So let's do the outline first. So what I'm thinking is I'm just going to literally stamp these in multiples going down from the top, and it should work perfectly between each of those. So let's just start here, and I'm going to pop this magnet on and this one on here. Now what I didn't realise is I thought that these were straight, but in fact they're not. They're quite uneven, which in a way is quite good, because it means you don't have to worry about it being exactly straight. Okay, so let's pop that one on there. Now I would normally actually start with the other one, but what I want to do is get the spacing, not that it make any difference really. So what I'm going to do is stamp this in an outline of, what shall we do? I'm thinking might use Orchid Oasis right the way through. So do say hi if you're joining us live. It's always nice to know who's watching. I know that the evenings don't suit everybody, so if you're watching on catch up, hi and thank you. So let's start with this one here. So I've got Believe. Sorry, I'm rocking the table a little bit here, like so. Now what I'm going to do is lift this up, move this down by one section. I'm going to wipe off the rather extra ink I got on there and stamp it again. So I'm going to do the outlines in the same colour, but I might do the insides in an ombre effect, dark to light. I'm not sure. We'll see. Hi Jeanette, thank you for joining us. Oops, let's push on that one. It's probably a bit close to the magnet, but I think we'll be alright. There we go. So I can move this one down, this one up a little bit, and move this one down. So I don't know why I did it in portrait, but portrait it is. Hopefully it won't be too big. Okay, so that's 3. I hope you're well, Jeanette, and I hope you've had a good day today. Okay. It's funny, isn't it, when you look at a word over and over again, it looks really incorrectly spelt. I remember doing that when I was doing school essays and things like that. You'd be writing out this word and then all of a sudden it would look completely wrong. I don't know if that's happened to you. Hi Carol, thank you for joining us. Okay, so nice and easy with the Stamparatus. You know it's going to be as straight as when you started. Oh, excellent, Jeanette, that is good. That's what we like to hear. I've got a sneak peek of our class projects for October. If if anybody would like to see those at the end. Okay, so that's 5 in there. Right, I'm going to take that off, and I'm going to use the inner, and hopefully I can line this up. I might need to bring it down towards me. So this is staying in the same place, and at least with this I've got the opportunity of getting it nice and lined up. Just take a bit of time, like so. Pop the plate back on, and remember, when you're doing this you need to start with a plate at the top and work down, otherwise it won't go anywhere. Okay, so right, bring this over a bit now for a bit more support. I'm thinking dark through to light. What do we think? So I've got let's see, bring in Night of Navy. It's my first one. Hi Louise. Hi Karen. Thanks for joining us. So I've got Night of Navy, and then I'm thinking Starry Sky, Orchid Oasis, 1, 2, 3, maybe Coastal Cabana, oh no, Pool Party, and then Balmy Blue going down. That's the theory. Okay, no idea if this is going to work. So I've stamped my outside Believe. I've laid my inside Believe on top and picked it up with my plate, and now I'm going to fill those in. So for anybody who didn't see, these were the ones, this was one of the ones I did yesterday. It's very cute and very sweet for some quick cards. Obviously this one's a little bit more stepped up. So this is Night of Navy. I can bring those in a little bit. So I'm going dark to light. Let's give it a go. Got nothing to lose, have we? Okay. So this is Night of Navy, and I'm going to make sure I wipe my stamp in between each one. Okay, so that was Night of Navy. Then I'm going to have Starry Sky, which is more of a royal blue. Wipe this off because I don't want to transfer the dark ink onto the lighter one. Hi Brenda, thanks for joining us. Haven't seen you online for a little while. I hope you and the family are all well. Okay, so this is Starry Sky. That's our next colour. I'm going to move this down by 1. Okay, and then press that down. Oh, 170 cards. Wow. For the Villagers Christmas hampers. Well done, Karen. It is a really nice set, and it's quite nice to have a set that isn't all images, if that makes any sense. Right, let's do Orchid Oasis next. So this is one step lighter than Starry Sky and one of our in colours. So, and again, moving it down 1 each time. Got a bit carried away with the ink on that one. Have you decided your design, I wonder, Karen? Okay, so I think this would work for children's cards, not necessarily even Christmas. Believe in the magic, it could be you know, anything magic related, couldn't it? So let's do Pool Party next. So I'm going to move this down. Doesn't matter what order you do, and if you miss one, you can just go back and move it back up one. The main thing is not to move this piece. I have got it lined up here, so I could put it back roughly where it needs to be, but as always, if you can do it without that, that's even better. Okay, so this is Pool Party. There we go. And then finally I'm going to have Balmy Blue. Simple but effective. Well, your designs are always stunning, Karen, so I don't think you'll have any problem coming up with something suitable. Alright, this last one then is going to be Balmy Blue, and again just cleaning this off in between. I'm hoping you can see that, the Stamparatus plate on there. Okay, so you do need to be careful when you get near the bottom of the hinge, because obviously it's got less to hold on to. So just be a little gentle with it. There we go. And that is Balmy Blue. Hi Tracy. There we go. So I've got believe in the magic I want. Now what I don't know is how this is going to fit. So what I'm going to do is cut out my background. You could, so there's a couple of thoughts. Is if you had, so there's no dies for this set. If you had a long rectangle, you could cut those out. You could fussy cut them. You could fussy cut one of them. That would be another thing to do. And then lift it up and put it on the top. So let's have a look. Let's just do our backing and then see where we are. So this is, I really want to use this because this has got some of those colours in it. So I'm going to cut this to 10 centimetres. Although I could, yes, I could have used Pacific Point. That would look nice too, wouldn't it? But I wanted to pick out these colours by 14.35. So and this could go onto a white base or a coloured base. What I want to do is measure this piece here. Let's move these out of the way so they're not reflecting in your eyes. Okay, hi Michelle. Hi Babsy. So this measures 12 centimetres top to bottom. So that will give me a nice border, and if I just measure this bit, it's just over 8. So I think what I'm going to do is trim this first, and then possibly put a layer behind it. Okay. Right, just going to trim a little bit off each side to start with. So that's 1/2 centimetre, and it's just under 1/2 centimetre, so I want it to look fairly central. There we go. And then I could put my In the Magic just in the bottom. So let's take a little bit off the top. hello, kittens joining us. Like so. And you're not going to see much of that backing, are you? That's what I'm thinking. So I could, not that I'm going to, because I like the the spacing of that. Let's just make this much smaller. And I think what I'm going to do is believe in the magic I'm going to put on top. So I was going to put it on the bottom, but I want this to be, I want you to be able to have seen that. There we go. And then I'm going to put in the magic either in here or on top. I haven't quite decided yet. So I'm going to skim even more of this, just literally a millimetre. That's what I love about our trimmers. As long as you keep your blade nice and sharp and keep the track nice and clean, you will always get a really smart, sharp cut. Right. Just take that edge off. Okay. There we are. So you're getting to see more of that background now. I might put a layer behind it. Let's stamp in the magic. Let's grab an odd piece of card, which I've got here. Oh, a narrower piece. Not waste a larger piece. And I think I'm going to do Orchid Oasis, this middle colour, because that's what I've done the outlines from. I've got a kitten sitting on my table by my laptop who's likely to make a leap of faith over here. So I got the in the magic out, didn't I? There it is. Okay. Just make sure we're still live. I think we are. Okay, so I've got in the magic here. In the magic. Don't do it. So the question is, I could stamp it in there. Tempted to give that a go. Oops, without putting my finger in it. Yep, and the kitten's arrived. Yeah, there's no space for you, is there, when I've got everything out? Okay, let's give it a go. So there's a little gap there in the V. That's what I'm going for. There we are. Believe in the magic. Okay, let's pop that ink pad away. I think I'm going to put a layer of card behind. Oh, just slightly too small. Like so, just literally a thin layer. So I'm just going to, I could do this one of two ways. I either stick this on and then trim it, or I measure it and then add 1/2 centimetre. So this is, funnily enough, 8.5 by 12.3. So we'll make that 9. By 12.8, giving me just half a centimetre in total, a couple of millimetres in between. Let's see, there we go. I know we're losing some of our background, but hey ho, it is what it is. Right, so I think, do I need to add anything? I have got some little stars on here. If I had a tiny snowflake stamp, that would also work, but I quite like it as it is. So let's just pop these layers together quickly. So this stamp set, Jingle Jingle Jingle, is the one that's our featured stamp set of the week, and it will also be our stamp set for Coffee and Card on Friday in Brackley and Monday in Toaster. Maybe I'll just put some gems on rather than stamping stars. We do have, hi Fran, some self-adhesive small snowflakes. They would be perfect. Unfortunately, I don't have any, so it's no good me telling you that, is it? Okay, so I've got a white card that I'm going to use. So I've already pre-scored that. Looking for my bone folder, which is just disappeared temporarily. So this is our layer here. I could have made that a little bit bigger, but we'll go for it as is. Yes, Fran, it would. Be my guest. So I used the Stamparatus for the lining up this time round. Just get a little bit more glue out of here. Go. So although the toadstools go that way, doesn't matter which way this is going on our card. And I literally stamped it with a hinge step stamping technique and then trimmed it down to fit, because I didn't really know how many I was going to fit in there, but that seemed to have worked quite nicely. So let's pop that down and grab some embellishments. And I have got our cards to show you for our class. Your husband was not sure if I knew what I meant by VA. I presume you mean veterans, as opposed to vets. But I might have got that wrong. So you better put me right, Fran. So I'm looking for my other glue, which is right next to me. I'm impressed that your husband's listening or watching as well, Fran, in that case. Okay, so this is going central. You could have it slightly high if you wished. Oh, I was right, yes, veterans, good. Okay, it needs some bling, this one, and I'm pretty sure, let's see what I've got. I do like, these are not rhinestone basic jewels, even though it says it is. The ones that we had, I don't know if you remember when we had the waves, that was a fabulous set of blues. They would have been perfect, but I think I'm just going to use these. Let's have a look. I could use our plain ones as well. What I might do is grab, give her an Orchid Oasis pen and just add a bit of colour to these. Let's see. It's not really taking the colour, is it, in the same way? Okay, let me look in my other bag of bling. Oh no, that's the wrong one. There we go. Let's see what else I've got. Right, got stars. Okay, can't see what I'm really looking for, so I'm just going to stick with these for now. Let's just grab a couple. There we go. I could put them over the eye. I'm going to put one there because it's got something on it. It was on the card to start with. There we go. I'm going to put that one on the eye. And one here. No, not in line with the one on top. There. Okay, there we are. It's done. Let me put my glasses on so I can see what you can see. Bring it up to the screen. So, believe, believe, believe in the magic. Oh, that's fabulous, Fran. Oh, you told him. Bless you. Okay, so there is our card. So another one featuring Jingle Jingle Jingle. So I hope you like that one. And then I have got the cards from our class in a box. If you would like to see them, just give me a shout out if you would, while I put this one away. And of course it'll be on my Stamparatus plate. There we go. Fran said she'd love to see them. That's good enough for me. Obviously, if you're not interested in seeing them, you don't have to stay online. Let me just... That's what I'm looking for. It's that one there. Good, and then the only one I need to find is my tiny little bow, which I had out yesterday. It's probably on a small block, fingers crossed. Okay, so that's that one. Let me share with you the designs. And the designs for this month's class in a box, which you can order anywhere in the world to have the video tutorials. Let me bring that out of the way here. But in the UK and Ireland only, if you want the product pack. And we are using the Leaves of Holly. I'm just looking for the right page. So page 25, just the previous page, look, for the annual catalogue. So this is the suite it comes from. boughs of holly, and obviously there's lots of holly and poinsettia papers, and there is a stamp set and dies, and these are the papers here which you'll see in the project. So you get half a pack of the papers included. So this is the stamp set, really nice leaves that you can stamp singly or together. Obviously we've got berries and some nice sentiments. I do like this one, to friends near and far, and from our home to yours, and there are some coordinating dies as well, and it's the dies and the papers that I use in the main for the class. So let me show you the cards. So I've had to narrow these down because I made a stack and realised I had too many. So all of the die cuts that you see are included in your pack. All you would need is some glue and sentiment stamps and some ink. So there's a mixture of reds in here. There's Poppy Parade, there's Real Red, there's Cherry Cobbler. And then for the greenery, there is Garden Green, Shaded Spruce, Evening Evergreen, and Old Olive. So we've got this one here, and it's got a red glitter panel, and then these are fussy cut from one of the papers, but I've done my cheats fussy cutting, which is to cut off all the fiddly bits, to be fair. So there's one card. Let me bring that up for you to see. And there's enough there to make two of everything. There's this one here, and you also get the gold die cuts as well as the white ones, and that says From Our Home to Yours, and it's got some red ribbon in, some red velvet little berries that I've cut out just with the little circle punch. So there's that one. Got this one here. This is one of the really lovely dies that come in that die set, and it comes with this panel already cut out with the holly leaves, and there's another die that goes behind for the backing of the holly leaves, so you're not wasting card trying to fit it in. It comes with a die just with that outline. So there's that one there, and that's got red glitter behind. We've got this one, which is a dahlia fold card. So this is perfect for doing with any Christmas papers, and it just takes a 4" by 12" strip of paper to do that design. So a little bit of folding, but just has a really nice effect. And then finally we've got this one again. This is with the papers. This is the other side of this piece of paper, and you get all the extra bits and pieces that you see, the gold embellishments, the ribbon. I've stamped Joy and Peace from the stamp set, but obviously you could stamp any of your own Christmas sentiments too. So there's a sneak peek. So that will be opening for booking probably later this evening. So there's 5 different card designs. You'll get to do 2 of each. Everything is provided for the 2 of each, and then you will have leftover papers, leftover bits and pieces that you can carry on, and it includes envelopes as well. So I hope you like the designs. Something different, quite traditional red and green colours for Christmas, so I hope you like them. Right, that's it. I've done enough talking for today. If you would like to get my class in a box, whether it is in person or the virtual version, so in person you can join my class, which will be the last Tuesday of the month, or you can take it online, which includes video tutorials, 1 for each card plus an introduction, and there's also an online class that you can take part in as well. That will be on Sunday the 30th, because on Saturday, when we normally hold the online class, I will be running our Let's Get Creative all day event, and as much as I would like to, I can't be in 2 places at once. So thank you so much, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed the live crafting this evening. This is what we created. Believe in the magic. Hope you like it. A little bit of technique for today. And I'll be back tomorrow morning, Wednesday at 10 a.m. for another in our series of stamping using our stamp set of the week. Jingle, jingle, jingle. Thank you so much, everyone. Do take care. I look forward to crafting with you again really soon. Bye for now.